And welcome into another episode of Inside Goodyear from the city of Goodyear. I'm Jordan Bird.
And hey everyone, I'm Tammy Vo. Good to be with you today, Jordan.
Absolutely, and especially for this episode, Tammy, because this is a special Inside Goodyear episode where we're going to really look back over the last 11 and a half, 12 months and kind of celebrate what 2025 meant for us here in Goodyear, because it was really a phenomenal year.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe the year is almost over. Like, I can't quite get there to say 2026, but to your point, like when you look over the past year, I just feel like every year in Goodyear just keeps getting better. And I know I'm probably a little bit biased, but I do feel that way.
Well, and it's hard to kind of argue that, even from a biased perspective, because, I mean, go back 3 years, go back 5 years, go back 10 years to what the city was, what it looked like compared to now, and what it will continue to look like in the future. And it's almost a completely different place.
There is a balcony at City Hall on the top floor where sometimes when I go out there, I just look into the distance. And it's so crazy to see the landscape of how everything's changing. And now all the dirt that's been moved, and this is here, and it looks different from when it was 6 months ago. Like, it's exciting.
Well, and also, if, you know, I mean, we're in the thick of it, right? We work here. Many people live here. They see it and the progress on a daily basis. And when you see that on a daily basis, you may lose kind of sight over it. But I had some people who hadn't been out in Goodyear for 4 years. I mean, the last time they were out in Goodyear, City Hall was still under construction.
Oh, wow.
And they came out and were like, what is this? What is that? Oh, my God, the Goodyear has this now. I mean, so it really just shows the growth and the development and the future that still is in, you know, down the road of how this city is continuing to be one of the fastest growing places in all of the country.
So let's talk about this year, Jordan. Where do you want to start? What was big for you?
I think we have to start with Trader Joe's.
Have to.
I mean, I
was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah, I mean, this year in 2025, Trader Joe's officially opened its doors in Goodyear. And I know a lot of people may say, okay, great, that's awesome. We love Trader Joe's. But for those in the know, this has been a years in the process making of finally getting Trader Joe's here in Goodyear.
It really has been a dream come true. And I go back, Jordan, to those early days, like, you know, 2019 to be specific, when, you know, the idea was, hey, go put something splashy out there online. Let Trader Joe's know how much Goodyear loves them. And I know a lot of cities want to expand and all that, but truly for Goodyear, it's been a love story with Trader Joe's and our residents.
And I don't think there's any better encapsulation of that than in May of 2025, when the city held an event in Goodyear Civic Square, and we did it kind of secretively. We
Yes,
kind of
we did.
teased that something big was going to be announced. Most people figured it out, but we had hundreds of people to show up in Civic Square just for the official announcement that Trader Joe's was coming to Goodyear.
Yes, I remember so distinctly our city leadership, our mayor, let the sign come down after a countdown, and it was such a big moment. And I think for people who live in Goodyear and even our surrounding cities, what I often say about Goodyear residents is they are so passionate. Right? It's not just, sure, you know, we'll take another business. Nope. Goodyear residents really, they know what they want.
Aggressive.
Yes, and they're not afraid to tell the world what they want. So for all those years you think about, went back to, you know, years back as residents went on Trader Joe's website to sign up and say, hey, we want you in Goodyear. It truly paid off, not only with residents, but even the work of the city's economic development team and Red Development in Globe, who's developing the property in GSQ. Like that combined effort was really, I think, the perfect combination for success for this one.
Well, and it really is cool too, because you mentioned 2019, but if you go back to 2017, that was the first resident retail survey here in Goodyear. And that was the first year where it really became of note that our residents here in Goodyear wanted a Trader Joe's. They spoke overwhelmingly, and every retail survey after that, it has been one of the top, or the top thing that our residents wanted. So just from a resident's perspective, I think having Trader Joe's officially open its doors is so cool, because this is something as residents they identified that they wanted through resident efforts, through city efforts, through developer efforts. It came true. And so it really kind of highlights that even something like the resident retail survey that comes out every 2 years, if you share your opinions and share your voice, we can maybe make that a reality here.
Were you surprised by the line on opening day?
I was not. And
It wrapped around the building and went down McDowell. You do remember.
I think it went all the way north up on Bullard
Yes.
even. I mean, we're talking, 400 people that waited in line. And it was so cute and amazing, that couple, mother and daughter, first people in line. They were there at 8 p.m. the night before.
Yes.
And it really is a testament to the passion that people have for Trader Joe's.
Yes.
So with more on Trader Joe's coming to Goodyear, here is their store captain, Chris Warren, about their commitment to the Goodyear community.
Our mascot for Trader Joe's Goodyear will be a burrowing owl. So I don't know if you've heard, but the store was slightly delayed because there was a family of burrowing owls actually on site. So we had to relocate them. So you'll see around the store little owls in our artwork, and we're going to have the community actually name our mascot. So we'll have something as soon as you walk in the door. We'll have a few different names for you to vote on, but you'll be part of naming that little mascot. Trader Joe's is all about the community and the neighborhood. Like one example of that is our shares program. So we don't like any of our shares to go to waste, so we work with local shares partners so we could donate all of our unused food to the community. On top of that, every Trader Joe's wants to be a reflection of the neighborhood. So some examples of that here, we already mentioned about the owls, but also this used to be a scallion farm. So you'll see some scallions in some of the artwork around the store. We have a store mural that kind of like has ties to the community. So you'll see like the Civic Square in the artwork, and just like little tie-ins to why Trader Joe's Goodyear is different from any other grocery store. On top of that, we also there's not a schematic about how the store should be laid out. We want to make sure that the layout is really coming from our community. So whatever's popular in Goodyear will be featured heavily here, and it might look different than all the surrounding stores. And that's really what makes Trader Joe's really unique and special. I feel like it's very visible. I feel like this intersection will be really busy because like any retailer that's here, it's in a very great area that's like very visible for all the traffic on both Bullard and McDowell. You could even see our marquee lit from the freeway, which I think is really, really cool. And then I feel like it's a very modern looking building. I love kind of the wood accents on the side. Yeah, I'm just really, really proud of it. So we know Goodyear loves Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's loves Goodyear.
And one thing Chris mentioned to me is just how touched he was at how much the Goodyear community just loves Trader Joe's. And it was just a special moment. So not only though for Trader Joe's, but looking forward, Jordan, to next year. There's something really big that's happening. I would say maybe a quarter mile, south on Bullard from Trader Joe's, which is going to be Buc-ee's.
That's right. And in 2025, Buc-ee's officially broke ground here in Goodyear, as you mentioned, along I-10, just south of I-10 on Bullard Avenue. And I think it's been an education for people, or it kind of has been a litmus test, whether you have previous Buc-ee's experience and you know about what is going to come to Goodyear, or for those people like myself who really hadn't heard of Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I hadn't either.
And getting that education and learning about what really is about to open here in Goodyear.
Well, they're all mostly historically been located in the southeastern part of the United States. So very well known, think Texas and east and southeast, right? So anything west of there has been a lot of people just don't know what Buc-ee's are until they opened in Colorado recently. But aside from that, west of Colorado in the U.S., people have not been to a Buc-ee's in that region. So the fact that they chose Goodyear, Arizona as their first place on the West Coast is amazing. And I really think it's going to become a tourist spot and destination.
We have been hearing on social media from people in Southern California, Las Vegas, New Mexico, Utah, everyone talking about how they're going to come visit Goodyear just because of the Buc-ee's that will be here later on in 2026. But, even if you are familiar with Buc-ee's and the beef jerky and the beaver nuggets and the barbecue, I think there is still a little bit of unknowing about what a Buc-ee's can do to a community. So specifically to this one that's coming in Goodyear, we're talking about over 200 full-time jobs that are coming to the city of Goodyear.
And I hear very well paying jobs
my goodness.
With benefits.
Yeah, when you start seeing the figures that they're throwing out, it's unbelievable. And so this really is going to be an asset, not only for Goodyear, but also the Southwest Valley, to have an employment center like this that pays well, treats their employees well, to give our residents here in the Southwest Valley another employment opportunity.
So I have never been to one, and I know, Jordan, you did visit one
yes.
in Texas because we had to find out what is this all about. You brought some kind of pictures and video content back for our social followers, but is it all it's cracked up to be? I mean, I don't know if I'm quite there yet because I haven't been to one.
It's unbelievable. And when we went out there to Texas, we were over every inch of that store. And so you turn one corner and then there's like something completely new. And so everyone focuses on the food, and rightfully so. I mean, it's crazy that a convenience store or a travel center has these type of food options and the quality of food.
What did you like? What was
the bakery stuff is out of control. I mean, both breakfast and dessert pastries. And then the barbecue, of course. I mean, to be able to stop in and get high quality barbecue.
That sounds so good.
It's amazing. But then there's a whole other side of a Buc-ee's that is retail, home decor. And what is really cool about the Buc-ee's that we were at in Texas is they make it specific to the community that they're in. So you're going to get a lot of Arizona, Southwest feel with the decor that they're going to be selling at the Buc-ee's here in Goodyear. So, I mean, really, you can outfit your home, you can outfit your camping gear, you can get food. I mean, it really is a one-stop
Sounds like
stop.
you spend all day there, probably.
Yes, and you can probably run through your bank account pretty quick as well. So it really is a unique and special place.
Well, they have called it like the Disneyland of convenience stores. I heard somebody call it that before.
We need to make a list of all the unofficial names because there's the Disneyland of convenience stores. There's the gas station mixed with a Walmart moniker that it gets from a lot of people. It really is hard to explain unless you've actually been the one.
Well, you mentioned that they had the groundbreaking this past summer, which we were both there for, but it was so cool. We all met Beaver Applin, who is the basically the founder, co-founder of Buc-ee's, and he's a really cool, down-to-earth kind of guy. He's like a man of not a whole lot of words, but when he talks, he's so genuine, and I love hearing his story. One thing he did mention was that he and his family opened a very small convenience store down in like the southeast of the United States several years ago, and his grandparents ran the family convenience store. So when he was a kid, some of his jobs included like getting to work the cash register for the first time, or stocking the shelves in the original family convenience store. And that's how he got his experience and his roots in basically the convenience store business. And he said, I want to have the biggest and coolest, like nicest convenience store ever. He dreamt that, and he built that, and look where he is now. So anyway, we'll pause for a minute and let you hear from the co-founder and CEO, Beaver Applin.
Congratulations. I know you touched on it a little bit at the podium, but specifically about Goodyear in this location, why did you guys want to make your first ever Arizona store right here?
Well, here in Goodyear, Interstate 10 runs right through Goodyear, and so Interstate 10 we're very familiar with. Goes through Florida, all through the southeast, Alabama, Mississippi, and of course Louisiana, Texas. But we have several stores on Interstate 10 in Texas. So, we know that to be a great road. We've been excited about getting out west and getting in Arizona for quite some time. Goodyear, on the outskirts of Scottsdale, Phoenix is just phenomenal. The traffic, the people. And so we just think it's going to be a wonderful site. So we're very excited about it.
Now, Buc-ee's has a world-renowned reputation. I mean, people from all over the world come to America, come to your guys' stores. I mean, the reputation precedes you guys. Why do you think you guys have such a fantastic reputation, not just in the Southeast or the South or America, but worldwide?
I think business is pretty simple. I think the customers really enjoy when they feel respected, loved, and they get a real quality product for what they're looking for. And I think it's kind of that simple. I mean, we just try to really provide a quality service and product for our customers. We try to make it fun, make it friendly, and it just kind of seems to catch on.
Now, you already kind of touched on it. About a year from now, we're going to be having an even bigger party opening up this Goodyear location. What excites you the most about opening Buc-ee's in Arizona and here in Goodyear?
Well, I think what excites me about the most, and we'll be here in about a year and we'll see it, but what I love is to see the customers' faces when they come in the store, especially if they've never been in a Buc-ee's, and they come in and see what we've done, see what we have to offer, And I can tell as much about a business by walking around and looking at the faces and hopefully the smiles on the faces as I can anything. That's what I look forward to.
Well, Beaver, thank you so much for taking the time. Welcome to Arizona and welcome to Goodyear.
So it's undeniable that Buc-ee's coming to Goodyear has made national, state news. There is another individual here in the city of Goodyear that has been making national news almost on a regular basis. And he's 10 years old.
It's crazy.
William Miller Jr., this young man who came on our radar as a city a couple of years ago, sharing his concern about some traffic on Estrella Parkway. And now all of a sudden, he's the biggest 10-year-old celebrity there is in the United States.
Yeah, he's so special. And there's not a lot of kids like William Miller.
There's not
Jr.
a lot of people, period. Adults.
Even adults.
Yeah.
Even adults. Yeah. He has really taken the country by storm. And I remember I was at that city council meeting sitting there when I heard, you don't often hear, at that time he was 8 years old, an 8-year-old speak to the city council, right?
There's been a lot of concerns from me because of street racers. I wonder if you guys have any solution to fix this.
So well dressed.
And so well dressed,
Yes.
so sharp, and just everyone's ears in the room perked up and said, wow, this is amazing. So, from that to, went on social media and then local news media and kind of worked its way up to where he's gotten some national interest and attention.
Including being the cover story of Time Magazine for Kids as one of their difference makers. And it really is a testament to how people of any age can get involved in their local government for whatever reason. I mean, this was honestly, he was seeing speeders on Estrella Parkway. He was like, this is unsafe for myself and my grandma to go get our ice cream cone. What can I do about it? And so it really is inspiring to have such a young person care that much about their city and actually do something about it. Not just take to social media or complain out into the ether, but he was proactive. And because of his actions, not only is he getting all of this attention, but a traffic light got put in at the intersection that he was discussing.
Yeah, and I think beyond the traffic light situation, Jordan, like what I love about him is he really is trying to change the world in his space and in his way. I mean, he is speaking to groups, like at conferences in terms of motivational speaking. He's been kind of referred to as like the next Tony Robbins, right? but it's no joke though. Like this age of 10 to be able to go to a big group or conference full of adults, motivate them to be better people and have them just respond in the way they have is really impressive.
Well, even just speaking in front of the city council. I mean, at 10 years old, or at that time, 8 years old, in my wildest imagination, I would have never been able to pull that off. I mean, it would have just been a disaster. So it is so impressive to see what he is doing. He's been on the cover of Time Magazine for Kids. He's made appearances on nationally syndicated talk shows.
Wasn't he on like
the Tamara Hall show? Nationally syndicated daytime talk show. He's in there spreading his message about getting involved.
And I bet he was sharply dressed. He always is.
I think he sleeps in a three-piece suit. I mean, he is dressed to the nines all the time. With more on William Miller Jr., let's go to a local piece from ABC 15 that really highlights all of the work William has been doing.
We're checking back in with a local 10-year-old uplifting Arizona and making his Goodyear community a little safer. Now sharing with us his latest achievement, gracing the cover of Kids Time magazine, using his newly found voice to inspire others. For William Miller Jr., Thursday's visit to Goodyear City Hall is a full circle moment.
That's a pretty good picture.
He's visiting his friend Mayor Joe Pizzillo to deliver a special gift.
And Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
without your guys' help, I might not even be on this magazine.
you are our future, not me.
William has had quite the past year, capped off by snagging the cover of Kids Time magazine, named one of the changemakers of the year.
Hello, Cancel. How you guys doing today?
He made ABC 15 headlines last year when he addressed the Goodyear City Council about the dangers of street racing near his grandmother's neighborhood. His heartfelt plea led the mayor and police chief to take action, and a new stoplight and crosswalk were installed 6 months later.
The world belongs to the bold that anyone can make a difference. Anyone.
It's a mantra he shared on the couches of national talk shows
I knew anyone can make a difference.
and in his new children's book.
It's a picture book. It's for kids to help inspire other kids.
The World Belongs to the Bold tells William's story of speaking up to make his community better, challenging others to take their own leaps of faith.
I'm exceptionally proud. He's teaching me a lot.
His dad, William Miller Sr., says having his son recognized for his work is one thing, but it's watching him follow his heart that's truly rewarding.
He realizes how much an individual person can actually do.
But as the youngster also made clear during his visits today to the mayor and Goodyear PD,
The police department helped me with a lot of this.
true power and change comes when we all work together.
Thank you. This is so great.
I'm ABC 15's Cameron Colum, and that's Uplifting Arizona.
And William Miller Jr. isn't the only person in Goodyear to make sort of a national splash. There is someone else who is a local business owner who has really gone viral, Jordan, in the past couple years. So you may have heard of Cafe Emporos. There is a small business here in Goodyear. Ruben Trujillo is the owner of that business. So go back to like 2020 pandemic times, right?
Do we have to?
Yeah,
that was such a bad time.
Well, but this is truly an amazing story that came from that, where he was about to call it quits with his job, right? He makes these really cool, special, like coffee grams at home, right? And would market them previously in like farmers markets, bringing all his product out there. It's a lot of work, a lot of heart and soul. So one thing he did was, he did work with the city of Goodyear. We have our Innovation Hub program, which helps, small business owners learn to really create the foundation for a solid business with things like finance or marketing. He did do that. And his next step was to create some online content. So he created a 59-second video just talking about what he does. He posted it on TikTok. And he said, I got in the car, I drove from point A to point B. And within that drive and that time, he had like 1,200 orders, $25,000 in orders in the bank. So great story.
Well, and also one of the reasons why we're featuring him on the Best of 2025 is his story and how he utilized social media and TikTok ended up as part of TikTok's Super Bowl commercial this past year, highlighting how small business owners can leverage social media.
And it's hard to get like a commercial during the Super Bowl, right?
I mean, you're talking about the biggest commercial event of the year.
Expensive.
Yeah,
too.
expensive.
Yeah.
And really you're trying to, make it funny or tug at heartstrings. And it was really just awesome to see someone from Goodyear whose story is amazing in the fact that they're kind of the new age model of being a small business owner. They're utilizing resources available to them, like the Innovation Hub here in the city of Goodyear, but then also utilizing that social media aspect, which is so important now. I mean, that's where everyone is. And so to build your business from the ground up and do it in such an organic, kind of from the roots up way, it really is inspiring. And I think that is one of the things that we hear so many people in Goodyear talking about of, well, I have an idea, or I'd like to see more of these type of businesses. There are the resources there within the city of Goodyear to help with that kind of stuff.
And in this case, like, he didn't need a lot in terms of that 59-second TikTok video. I mean, he literally filmed it just like selfie style on his phone. And next thing you know, he's out there and it's viral. And that's kind of like the beauty, I believe, of social media in a way. Like if you're really trying to get your name out there and you're a small business owner, like you now have this platform which has thousands, millions of people who can have access to that.
So with more on this incredible story, let's hear from Ruben himself and how he took TikTok and the Innovation Hub and turned it into a profitable business.
I think when I lost my job and then the stress from the pandemic, everybody was under a lot of stress. It all hit at once and I was like, I don't know where to go from here. I had nothing else to lose. So I posted a TikTok with me sitting in the video.
Hello, my name is Ruben and I am a small business owner of Cafe Emporos.
It was a 59-second pitch.
I make coffee grams and you can go to my website and upload a holiday message and a picture.
The next morning I had a comment saying to switch my personal account to a business account and I did that. I got into my car and while I was driving, I went viral. So the total that video brought in was $25,000 and it was all of the stuff that I had learned from the Innovation Hub and Business Builders.
We teach topics like accounting, financial management, how to leverage social media for your marketing plan.
Kind of helped me put those systems into place because I was launching a new product and I was able to adapt quickly and to get all the orders out and get my 5-star reviews because of everything that I had learned.
He is an example of grit and creativity and just persistence in pursuing his goals.
With the city of Goodyear growing so much, it's great to see that the Innovation Hub is making sure that small businesses are growing along with it.
The city are so proud to offer it, and it just speaks to how much they support our small business owners and want to pour into the entrepreneur community.
So you hear the story of Ruben and how he utilized social media to help build his business. But Tammy, in this day and age, social media, AI, that stuff is being applied to areas I don't think even the creators of that kind of stuff even envisioned 5-6 years ago. And a perfect example of that is the Goodyear Police Department, who this year became the first department that utilized AI for realistic mugshots. I mean, this is something
I've never heard of this before.
No, I don't think anyone until Goodyear and their police department started doing it had thought about utilizing that. And it really is kind of amazing how ultra realistic these mugshots now look by utilizing technology like AI.
Well, it's really innovative because, you know, while sketch artists over time with departments have their place in their role, and nothing can, I think, replace that. I feel like this is just a really innovative new way to leverage technology to help even support that effort to create something in even quicker with the goal of what? I mean, the police department always says their goal is safety, right? Number one priority is keeping our residents safe. So if we can get there even faster by leveraging technology, like that's a win-win.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think nowadays too, technology, especially AI, some people may be turned off. It may be getting a bad rap because of some of the ways it has been used. But then there are these examples like the Goodyear Police Department that is using it for a way that when you see what a drawn mugshot looks like compared to the AI generated, it really makes a difference and really kind of broadens that out for hopefully people being able to identify these suspects.
Sure. And just kudos to our Goodyear Police Department for just an amazing job of just thinking outside the box. Right? Thinking about how can we do this differently to achieve what we need to do, which is, you know, keep the public safe. So really hats off to them.
So with more on how the Goodyear Police Department is using this, let's go behind the scenes with Goodyear Police Officer Michael Bonacera.
Let me get a piece of paper. I've always been into drawing and the artistic side of things. They saw that I had some talent and they were like, you're gonna learn how to do this craft. And there's so much to a face that people don't understand. If it's off proportionally, it's not gonna look like a realistic face. And that's the whole goal to a forensic artist, is getting the likeness of an individual. Not all the time do we get the information that we want as forensic artists, so it's just trying to generate that best image that they could. This way we could get the most accurate to show to the public to hopefully catch the bad guy.
Make the eyes a little smaller.
The additional step is now using ChatGPT or AI and saying, turn this into a realistic person based off the characteristics from the drawing. So it's very literal is what we're finding.
A little lighter blue.
With that AI image, we can then have an additional, hey, you know, like this is what AI thinks that your guy looks like based off my drawing, my sketch. For me as the artist, this step I think makes it way easier, especially adding electronics and all that kind of, it's just gonna speed things up. This has been so mind-blowing to see the, from drawing to the AI image. We're not gonna stop drawing. And we still need that because it definitely, without that, it's not gonna, we're not going to be able to feed AI the needed information to get the most accurate depiction at the end. And that's the whole goal. So we still need artists, and I encourage people to still, if this is an interest they have, to keep going for it. It's just making our job easier in a good way.
So I was so inspired what the police department is doing, Jordan, that I thought I would create a little AI sketch of us. Do you want to see it?
Like we're suspects of something?
Well, I don't know. You
Okay.
can confess later. And for our audio-only listeners, you can also jump onto our video podcast to check some of these out if you want to. Here's yours.
Oh, what a handsome devil. Oh my goodness.
You look really innocent here.
Well, see, also you took that photo without telling me what it was gonna be.
I did.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You see, yeah.
It looks sharp.
And then there's this one. I don't know. I don't enjoy this photo. I feel like I look. I just don't. I look. It's a sketch.
It looks like a mugshot.
It looks like a mugshot.
Yeah.
So,
what crime did you commit, Tammy?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
anyway.
no, and that's what's so fun about this is that not only with the technology that's being used, but with the things that have happened in Goodyear in 2025. I know we say that it's a great time to be in Goodyear, but it really feels like every year, as you mentioned at the beginning of this episode, each year kind of tops the previous year. And it really is exciting about what could be next in 2026.
I know. I'm looking forward to it, Jordan. We already talked about Buc-ee's, I know, but grand opening day, just get ready for that. It's in the summer of 2026. Don't know the date yet, but that's going to be a big one.
I wonder how long people will camp out for that one. Because at Trader Joe's, we had people at least 12 hours ahead of time.
It'll be early.
I'm curious about how many people will be sleeping out and camping out for that one. But that's just one thing. There's going to be so many things. And I just encourage everyone to follow our City of Goodyear social media pages, because if you want to know what is happening in Goodyear, whether it's business or development or anything that's associated with the City of Goodyear, we're on top of that. We're providing that for our followers on social media.
Yeah. So until then, just, thanks for being with us. This was really fun.
Yeah. What a great 2025. Can't wait for 2026.
Yes. And I hope you guys have time to just kind of reflect on your year and look at what's ahead. And until then, we'll see you next year.
That's right.
That's in a few weeks.
Yeah. Next episode next year.